What's happening, my fellow geeks and geekettes? Welcome to a brand new episode of Chris's Custom Collectibles, and today we are going to be pimping out the Jakks Pacific K2SO from Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Now, I bought this figure a couple of weeks ago at Big W for around $35, and since seeing Rogue One, I have been so excited to get started on this collectible. Now, usually I will try and repose a custom collectible, but today I'm going for the same pose that the figure came in the box. I just want a museum pose, almost like a maquette that you would see on the set for reference for the animators. We are going to be illuminating the eyes, much like the same method I used for the armored Batfleck, how it's going to almost be like a lamp with an LED bulb just poking through the neck. Now, I am going to be keeping the base color with this figure, so we're going to be using that clear primer from Dulux, which you guys have seen me use in previous custom collectible videos. After that, we're going to be dremeling out the knee joints and the elbow joints so they're hollow. Then we're going to be highlighting all the metallic parts with the silver from Model Masters. We're then going to be doing a black wash over all the metallic areas to give it that washed kind of leaking oil look. And then of course we're going to be making a base. Now, there are some things that I'm doing a little bit differently this time around, and this was purely by accident. Usually I brag and be like, oh yeah, you know, this is the way you do it, but I stumbled across a lot of new methods in terms of doing this figure up, and it worked out for the better. It's going to be a fun build. Ever since seeing Rogue One, I'm even more excited. So with that being said, let's get to it. Okay, we're doing something a little out of the ordinary. We are starting the base midway. So I'm using Trowel-On, which essentially is a polyurethane resin, but a lot more thicker. And this is essentially for building up mother molds. And what I'm wanting is an uneven desert surface. Now, in the past, you guys have seen me do, you know, desert surfaces for the First Order Stormtrooper, and it's completely flat. But I want an uneven surface, and I want the feeling that K2 is sinking into the sand. So I'm just troweling this all the way around the base that we're using. This is just a standard wooden base I got from Bunnings Warehouse. We're gonna let that dry, and when it's starting to cure, I'm gonna get his feet and permanently press them into the putty itself, and they're permanently fixed in place now. And now we're just gonna go in with some silver from Model Masters, and like I said, we're gonna highlight all the silver joints, all pieces that need chroming and whatnot, and then we're going to be going around the edges and just dry brushing some exposed metal like he's severely weathered and been through absolute hell with the rebels. Okay, what I'm doing here is applying some white paint on the inside of K2's head, and that is going to help that LED bulb that we're going to be inserting inside illuminate a lot more brighter. Now, I've just got a standard LED bulb here and a AA battery pack that houses two AA batteries, and I'm not even going to do any soldering this time. I'm just going to wrap the positive and the negative wires around its adjoining areas and just cover them with electrical tape, just black electrical tape, guys. And as you can see here, here's a hole that I've bored straight through the neck, and that is where the bulb is going to rest in place. Now for the lenses, these are just furniture feet that I'm just gonna glue into place, and I'm gonna get a gold permanent marker, as you can see there, and do the little dotted eyes that I noticed in the film, like C-3PO. As you see here, here's the battery pack that has been mounted on the inside of the torso. At the back there is the on and off switch. And I'm just grabbing some glue tack and just putting it around the bulb because I want this designed as if it can be taken apart and fixed if something does happen. If the batteries need changing, it's all accessible. So we're gonna put him back together and then we're gonna finish off the rest of the base. Now there's not much explanation here, guys. You know the standard procedure here. We're just gonna get some PVA glue and apply it all over the surface of the now cured trowel on. It is now a solid piece and the feet are permanently fixed in place. Just got some dirt from my driveway, which will act as some lovely desert sand. Now once the excess has been brushed away, what I'm gonna do is get some watered down brown shoe polish, and that's just gonna get into all the crevices and just really highlight and detail that sand, because it was looking a little bit too white and a little bit too plain for my liking. And then once that was fully dried, I just got some matte black from Model Masters and went around the trim of the base just to give it that nice little museum touch. And now that it's all dried, we are good for the final reveal. So thanks very much for watching, guys. As always, this custom collectible is now available for sale on my Etsy page. I will provide the link down below. And as always, these custom collectibles come with an autographed photo personalized from yours truly. Hope you guys are well, hope you guys are happy. In a couple of days, I will have my Q&A answers video up. Be merry, be silly, and until next time, geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best.